Guys, I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you something right now. I quit my job. I did it. I quit my corporate job and I cannot be any happier. Now, I know you're thinking, why on earth did you get a corporate job? Girl, the paycheck. The paycheck was nice. Which I say that. And it's funny because if you watch my last video of what my current job situation is, I'm making more money doing that. I'm making 3 times as much more money than my corporate job per month. So like, why am I doing anything else? Why would I torture myself for a few, well, chump change now, chump change for a stressful environment where I'm constantly being put down? Or I can say no to that, have extra time during my week, and just sing all day and get paid to do it. And I have to write all this makeup and gas and stuff off for taxes. Guys, here's the thing. I want to talk to you about this because there is a lot of untapped artists out there, or repressed artists, or just, I don't know. I just feel like more people need to understand that there is real money in entertainment. And listen, the theater world is one thing. That's where I came from. That's when I stopped because I was like, I have to audition all the time and I have to like learn all these lines, which I hate memorizing lines. Like, I can't remember a Shakespeare sonnet to save my life. If we were in the Goonies movie and instead of the piano playing, it was like, how should I describe a summer's day? Blank, blank, blank. I'll be like, shoot me now. We're dying. Like, even if it was a play, like any musical that I've been a part of, any play I've been a part of, can't remember a single thing. Heart attack every night. Unless it was like a musical. I can remember song lyrics like that. Rubber Ducky, you're the one. You make bath time so much fun. I don't know. I'm going to pause. I'm going to take a breath. Okay, we're back. The reason why I got a corporate job, I'm going to tell you guys, okay? Because it's not what I wanted, but I was given an opportunity and I was like, this is amazing. Finally, after 4 years of trying to get a remote job, someone gave me the chance. And listen, I was really good at it. I was really, really, really good at it. But it just got to a point where boundaries were overstepped. Quite frankly, they got meaner. As in, like, we told you to do this thing, and I would go back and I would look for the evidence, and I'm like, dang, that was not communicated with, and now I'm being yelled at for something that wasn't even communicated with me. And if I tried to stand up for myself, it was always like, I don't know, there was no way to win. And after the second time that I realized that, I took the beating like a good little girl. I took the beating when it came and I was like, yep, great, thank you. What does that do to the human soul? I'll tell you what it does. It degrades it. And it makes you stressed and all these bad things. And I would wake up every single day stressed out of my ever-loving mind because, dude, this person woke up way before I did. And so I would get these emails and I was like, whoop, my day is planned for me. Amazing. Did I have plans already because technically I was a freelancer? Yeah. Yes, I did. Does that matter anymore because I have to, make a quick buck? I guess not. And listen, this is all like normal, oh, I hate my job, woe and lore for you, if you will. The thing that got me, the thing that made me go, hold up, wait a minute, put a little love in it, was that I was admitted to the hospital because of stress. My heart literally, physically could not take it. And so when I was I was on this bed at the hospital and they're like, no, you're not having a heart attack. Your blood is okay. You have a healthy heart. Your heart murmur's gone. Good news, family who's watching, my heart murmur is no more. I don't even know if that's a real thing, but I got the clear signs. And I told them what I did for work, and they're like, oh, stress. And I now have like a heart stephograph over my, I don't know how to say that word. Stephograph? Oh well, you know what I mean. A heart chart, if you will, over my bed to remind myself that no job and no situation on earth is worth stressing about to the fact that you think that you're gonna die. So I was like, hey, guys, love you. I gotta go. And luckily we left on all good terms and they honestly love me and they want me to like while they love me, I think the corporate world, compared to the artist world, and I realize this, the corporate world just wants to get the work done and they don't really care how they tell you about it. They just want it done, and the way that the information is packaged isn't really cared about. It's like a 4-year-old wrapping something. So it's like, here, this is for you. This is for you to do. Where in the entertainment world, the packaging matters. You know, your work and your job relies on your likability, not your work, because there's a lot of people that can do the same thing as you. There's a lot of people that can do Hotel California. There's a lot of people that can bang on the piano. There's a lot of people who can sing. Maybe better than you. I'm talking about myself. So, like, to keep your job, you have got to be a nice person, and you have got to, like, really care about everyone. And even if you don't, you have to pretend like you do. Otherwise, like, people talk. That festers, that grows, and all of a sudden your reputation is shite and no one wants to work with you. So it's like, So when I would go from day mode to night mode, to corporate to entertainment, I was always so shocked at the whiplash from going from entertainment. You have to care about how you treat people, even say hi to like a tech person, which some people would be like, you don't have to talk with them. No, talk to them. Be a human. They're working for you. Why would you treat them any differently? Entertainment world to the corporate world, where it would be like big, oh my gosh, this color isn't right. There's something wrong with you. And I would be like, oh my goodness. What? Like, that's not a big deal. I'll change the shade of blue to a more aqua. And then they would rave about it. That's another thing too. When the good was going good, you were riding. You were like, I don't know, the Queen of Persia, you know? Being on a street, waving to your constituents. When the lows were low, I felt like I was gonna get fired. Like I was one stroke away, one email, one pronunciation mark away from kicking to the curb because I look like Mick Jagger. Who wants to live like that? Not I. My hand is down. You see how I did not raise my hand? My hand is on my lap, right there. I don't want to live that way. And I did for a long time, longer than I should have. And now I am no longer in the corporate world. And as of today, I can see clearly now the rain has gone because I don't have to put up with that. And you don't have to put up with that either. What do you want to do? Go do it. I know, easier said than done. Oh my gosh, like where do you begin? I don't know the answers to that. But all I know is, can you imagine if Michael Jackson was a teacher? Can you imagine if Barbara Streisand worked at a front office? Now, I'm not knocking these jobs. Those are important jobs and needed jobs. I'm just saying, like, if you feel like you're meant for more, or you don't like the job that you're at, change it. Because that's another thing. This job had a hold on me. It's so interesting to live like this, you know, and not have the horse blinders removed. Once you remove those blinders, you realize you have free will and you can quit. But it feels like you can't at the moment because, oh, you gotta owe this person a favor or you work so hard. It's like, no, there's a lot of opportunities out there. There's so many opportunities out there, more than my little pea brain can even wrap its head around. But you know what? You're not going to find those opportunities if you stay where you don't want to be. And listen, you can throw up all the excuses, whatever, because I did that too. And that's what made me stay so long until my body literally started to shut down. And I went, okay, I am hearing the voice and I am agreeing and I'll listen to you. So by way of force, I now have to listen to my intuition because I am not putting myself back there again. And listen, I feel like I shouldn't have to say this, but I don't want to be held liably responsible. I don't want to be liably responsible for anyone to be put in a situation. So if you're going to quit your job, your corporate job, make sure you have 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved away, aka emergency fund, and a backup plan. I was able to leave my job because I had the singing already, you know? It wasn't like I quit the job and I was like, I'll throw caution to the wind. I could have. Listen, if I wasn't doing the singing job, I would just be like, sorry, Nara, suckers, and go straight back to LinkedIn, my favorite website. My favorite, LinkedIn sponsor me, please. And I just would have called it a day. But I'll tell you what, even though I am a singer, I have like Monday through Friday off. But with all this extra time, instead of just writing in bed from like Monday to Friday, because I just really work on the weekends. Sometimes there's gigs during the week, but most of the time, weekends. And I could just like rot away. But instead, I treat my hobbies now as like my 9 to 5. What am I doing? I'm practicing piano. I really want to get just like good enough memorization wise. I don't want to read music because that's kind of stressful for me. I really want to be at the point of piano where I could just have a set list and just start playing. And I can play at bars and restaurants. I would love to play at a jazz club. Well, one of my dreams. Just a solo piano thing. I would love to do a cruise line. Like those are, that'd be so cool. Whatever. I would love to join Sid Gold's. I did get an offer for them a few years ago, but I was like, I don't know how to play piano. I don't know how to play piano sheet music. Because if you don't know, I like broke my finger. Like I can't straighten all the way, my ring finger, this one. And I can't bend it all the way. So I let that affect my piano playing. I just stopped playing piano. And then one of my friends was like, oh, you know there's a guy that could play piano with just his feet? He has no arms. And I was like, word, yeah, I'm going to stop making excuses. So here we are. So in order to do that, I practice piano during the day. There's other musical ventures I'm trying to get back into. Obviously keeping up with my body because health matters. And after the heart thing, your girl is like, okay, let's take it seriously. Being smart with money. Listen, all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna give financial advice out here. At least not today. I could talk about it. I am very passionate about being smart with your money, but I have to do a whole outline for that. And I didn't make it a financial outline, so I'm not gonna riff off that. I just have more goals to life than increasing shareholder profits. There just comes a time in my life where I'm like, and given like, I'm in my mid-20s right now, and it just makes sense to get a job, coast, give up 9 to 5 for someone else. It just makes sense because a lot of my friends are doing it. And it's not a bad thing. Listen, I'm not like being like, they suck for being normies. No. I literally look at job postings because I'm like, oh, I could be making more money, you know? My future self would love that. If I could just get a normal job and then work this on the weekends and There's something visceral inside of me. And I know like you boomers on here are going to be like, it's your laziness. I'll do it. I'm a hard worker where it matters. But when I see myself in scenarios of what these job listings are all about, I'm like, wow. No. I don't want to do that. Like, and I'll tell you what, for those people who have not had a corporate job, I'll tell you, it's a bunch of BS. It's a bunch of inflating people's egos and people on the outside who's trying to sell your company making a lot of statements. And when you're in the meetings, you're like, you don't know what you're doing. You actually don't know what... It's crazy. It's just facade. And as you probably, if you watch this video, you've probably seen other corporate stuff. Like, a lot of the corporate stuff is just making yourself look more important than you actually are, making your work visible and more important than it actually is. And I'm not saying that it's all shite. It has its place, but it is like a blimp. The way it's overinflated. And it's crazy. And I just don't belong in corporate. That's all. You can end the video right here. And I wish I could have a whole list of alternative things. I was a birthday clown. I was a jewelry maker for like a prestigious jewelry brand, not just like a hee little bracelet thing. Those are valid. But I had like a posh jewelry job just because I was the only one who showed up. So make sure you show up, you know? I didn't get it because I was special. Maybe, but who's to say? Not me. And then I got this ABBA job because I got so depressed at my jewelry job. I was like, I need this. And then COVID happened. I lost that ABBA job, or I left. And I'm not going to talk about that story because those people love to marry Sue. One of those words. But now I'm at this new ABBA thing and it's amazing. And this has really shown that like corporate is just one job. Keep it as long as it serves you, and the moment it stops serving you, question it and go, do I have to do this? Do I have to do this? Maybe no. Maybe yes, but I gotta tell you, and you can blame me, okay? You can blame me for this one thing. I give you permission, okay? You can at me and I'll be like, I'm so sorry. I can't compensate for you because I can barely compensate for myself. I make money, but I got bills, as we all do. If you hate your job, quit it. If you feel like you have more to offer the world than what you're currently doing, find that, then quit your job. If you are a masochist and you like complaining about the job while you still do it, then like stay. But I want you to be happy, so maybe don't stay. I know some people who complain about their job all the time, and I'm like, you have the choice. I love you. I love you. I don't know you, but I love you. I wish no ill will on you. But you could change it. You can apply to other jobs, learn a skill, and go try. Easier said than done, once again, but I'm begging you guys. But listen, if you hate your job and you feel like there's something more out there, that thought wouldn't be put in your head if there wasn't something waiting for you on the other side. That's like, I don't know, your destiny calling you. It's a distant call. You can't really hear it, but you just know right now, this job situation is not it. So follow it, or else you're going to be one of those bitter people. Hate to say it. Because I was turning into one of those people. You can, force yourself to like it and all this stuff, but there's going to be that thing where one of those characters in the movies that's like, I always wanted to do this. And they're talking to the young person. I always wanted to do this one thing and I never got to do it. And then the kid's like, well, you could have. And then they like go to the wall and they're like, oh, I guess you're right, kid. One of those characters. You don't want to be that. You want to be the kid to be like, yeah, I can do that. I don't know. Listen, I could put the full disclaimer here again of all the things of like, I know your situation might be different. I know you might not have the money to do so. I know like XYZ. You'll find a way. You'll find a way because you find a way thus far for everything else. So I believe that you will be able to do it once again. More power to you. Please don't spend another year working at a job that doesn't respect you, that doesn't fulfill you, and doesn't pay well. You're worth so much more. You have gifts that we all need, and we can't get that from you if you're, I don't know, working a job you hate. That's all.